hope all your Santa wishes came true. Just, wow, this is really slow. Must be a lot of lag. My Wi-Fi sucks. It's not good. Let me try to hold this closer to the window here. I don't know if that's gonna help, but fuck it. We'll see what it is. How's it going, one guy? I see one guy. What's up, one guy? Doesn't show me who though. Okay. Oh, there it is. What's up? Benjamin. What the fuck? Okay, now I can see people's comments. What's going on, man? Email me, man. Email me. My email address is, well, you can use, I have several, but satanicinternationalnetwork@gmail.com. All one word, satanicinternationalnetwork@gmail.com. So, yeah. So, yeah, I think Benjamin's saying I'm gonna bring him some DMT for Christmas, maybe, huh? Hey, that'd be fucking dope. Speaking of which, where did my fucking shit go? Out of reach. So, you know, this isn't a blunt. This is a cigarillo. Oh, it's a broken one too. Shit. Guess we're gonna have to do it rough style. You guys have cigarillos? I think it's called, in Washington these are called, ate the shit out of that bag. Seneca, like filtered cigars. Tastes kind of like shit, but after a pack of them or so, you get used to them. These are vanilla flavored. They're pretty strong though. But yeah, here's the kicker. I don't smoke them because they taste great. I smoke them because they're $2 a pack. And actually, because they're so strong, I tend to smoke like 10 of them a day. And they're fucking cheap. I was getting tired of spending like $10 a pack on like what I'd like to smoke, which is usually American Spirits or these. They're not good smokes. Pall Red 100s, but I know people don't smoke anymore, do they? It's like not cool anymore. I think it was not cool since like 2005 or something. I don't know. Wow. It's slow in here. 3 people. Okay, why can't I see the comments again? Let's see. Do I smoke weed? There we go. I see the comments now. What's up, Joe? Jose? I don't really often. I stopped for like 10 years and then I started again. And then within that 10 year between like 2000 and 2010, the strength of weed just got so fucking strong that it was like, I was always kind of lightweight with weed for some reason. But so fucking strong. Now I just like, if I take like more than like one hit, I'm fucking so stoned. I'm just like, I gotta go sit in the corner by myself and reflect upon all the fucking fuck ups of my life. That's what I do. So it's no longer fun. Not like in high school, I passed around a joint because the weed was like the THC level was fucking a fraction of what it is now. So to answer your question, very rarely. Last time I did anything with THC was edible. I was so fucking high, it was like almost went to the hospital high. Like when you're that high, when you're like freaking out, you have anxiety attacks. You don't know it because you're so high, and it's like, you know, think your heart's gonna fucking stop. Yeah, one of those. Yeah, I'd rather take a hit of acid than do a hit of dab. Put it that way. I'd rather take 3 hits of acid than take 3 hits of dabs. Fuck dabs, man. Not my cup of tea. I admire those who can do it, man, but I can't do that shit. Maybe I just got old because that happens too. But weed's one of those weird drugs too. Like usually you're a drinker or a smoker, right? You really don't see people that are heavy drinkers and heavy smokers. I am a heavy drinker. Well, not so much anymore, but I lean towards the alcohol more so than the weed. But I do a lot of DMT though. That's what I do. I do DMT several times a day. Now, I don't blast off every day. That's a little much. But I do with my vape carts, wherever the fuck I put them. Yeah. And yeah, I hit that 3 or 4 times a day. But I'm gonna make a video about this because they're starting to develop some health problems doing that. Well, I'm sure it's in combination with all the other drugs and shit I do, right? And I smoke and I drink and I do this and I do that. But yeah, my blood pressure in my heart's getting a little weird, and I noticed it just when I hit the DMT. So I think that after hitting it 3 or 4 times a day, 5, 6 times a day, every day for 4 months, I think my heart's really like, yeah. So I'm gonna make a video about that because there's like never any videos and negative videos about DMT. It's all like, it's fucking wonderful, and we see aliens, and they teach us this magic language and travel through dimensions, and they don't tell you about the other shit because it's not all bright and I gotta make some trip reports about some bad DMT trips. Fucking scary. Way worse than acid, because acid you know is not real, right? DMT, the hallucinations are way different than acid. It's more like a dream hallucination, where acid's like the visuals, tracers and things move and wave and colors are weird and shit. DMT is more like a dream. So it's like if you blast off and you don't really, I've forgotten I've even done, I've forgotten I've even taken DMT and didn't even know what the fuck happened. So it's more like a dream. So they can get really scary that way though, because then you don't even know you're tripping. Like, hey, is there someone out there? Yes. Oh, am I going backwards? I don't know, Joe. When can you handle 15 hits of LSD but can't handle a single joint? Oh man, good question. I don't know, man. I probably not since I would say probably since high school. Oh, that's a good question. Lifetime supply of DMT or mushrooms? Definitely DMT. DMT is my favorite drug, hands down. Hands down. Like, I can only do one drug. I like a lot of different drugs, but if I only had to do one, it'd be DMT for sure. Well, if you consider alcohol a drug, I guess I'd probably go with alcohol, but close second would be DMT. Yeah. Yep. Fuck the cigarette. $2 back. Yeah. I don't know what it is, man. But you know what's weird about DMT? When you do it a lot. What's up, DMT Infinity? How you doing, man? I just noticed the name. I uploaded your video, by the way, today, I think, or this morning, something like that. But yeah, it's weird about DMT. If you do it daily, every day, I don't get the same visuals as I used to. Like I used to do a little bit of DMT. You know, it's like it's not really a tolerance because I still feel like I'm getting high, but the visuals aren't as neat as they used to be. I don't know why that is. Probably because I overdo it. But so is it a tolerance? I think your mind actually just gets used to it and adapts for the hallucinations. Like I do notice for those of you who do like to do psychs, if you really want to get better visuals out of your psychs, go to a place that you've never been to before, because your mind, like say like in this room right here, right? I've been in this room, I stay here quite often, so it's like my mind knows what this room looks like. So even when you start to hallucinate, your mind will compensate and try to fix it based on its memory of this room. So if you go to some place you've never been and trip, hallucinations are much better. Like if you're like tripping and like you think it's wearing off, you like outside and you're like, oh, I feel high again. That's the reason why. Yep. What's up, Gato video? Well, what do you drink? What am I drinking? I am drinking some shit fucking vodka. I ran out of mixer, so I'm doing vodka and water, which is fucking yucca. Do I have a girlfriend? Not sure. My chip, bring that up. Oh, that's funny. Sergio Boner, that's awesome. When's the last time I hit the glass Barbie? Glass. What's a glass Barbie mean? What is that? Crack pipe. I haven't smoked crack for quite some time, but wants to go all in. Yeah, man. I like the small hits too, man. So I like to do it in public, man. I just fucking like now that I'm used to it, I kind of the carts you can dose yourself, so it's a little safer because I know this hit does this, right? Whereas if you're like doing another method like freebasing or something, you don't know. Like if you're sandwiching it or going on the machine, you don't always know how big a hit you're gonna get. But so I like to actually do it in public. I'll go down to the beach and do it, and like wow, and all of a sudden like the fucking shit gets real fucking cool looking real fast, and that's awesome. Or if I'm really bored and I'm like shopping, and it's like someone's taking me shopping, I'm like fucking take a hit of DMT. All of a sudden that mall just got a lot more interesting. Now I'm like, whoa, let's go in here, check this shit out. So it's I don't know, it's a good drug. I like it. It's not a lot known about it though. I'm kind of curious because I do believe that it does cause high blood pressure in high doses or regular doses. Because mine, last couple times I took a good hit of DMT off a cart, like I could feel my heart like kind of like what do they call it? Fibrillate, like brr, brr, and kind of like a sinking feeling, kind of like hurt. Someone like pushed me in the chest. I was like, uh-oh, heart attack time. Didn't happen, but it happened like 2 or 3 times in a row, and then I took a break for a few days, and it hasn't happened since. But kind of weird. Could just be my time though, right? I'll be pissed if I don't make it to at least 50. I'm 44 now, so I better make it to 50. Yeah, so Christmas, man. I'm up in Washington still. I leave to go back to San Diego on the 1st. It's been a long 2.5 months up here. It's wet, it's cold, it's it's been a long 2.5 months. I'll just put it that way. um, yeah, it's a lot of stuff I like up here in the Northwest, but I'm kind of looking forward to getting back, especially when it's like 35 degrees right now and it's been raining for a week straight. Look at San Diego. Christmas Day it was 71 was a high. The low was like 55. And it's like, oh, that's why I live there. I forgot. And believe it or not, this area is not much cheaper. It's like Seattle area is fucking expensive. It's pretty much like it's about the same as San Diego. So it's not I don't know why. I mean, yeah, it's beautiful kind of, but it's fucking wet, cold. I'm a pussy though. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, so shoot. The viewpoints on quantum physics. I do believe that there are definitely multi dimensions. I don't know if like psychedelics or anything taps into that. I kind of doubt it. I'd like to believe the whole like the DMT thing, the interdimensional type travel or the aliens. So I like to believe that. I just don't see enough evidence to it. I think it's wishful thinking based on one person's attempt to make sense of his trip basically. Yeah, that's interesting, man. That's interesting. I mean, we're just stupid monkeys, man. We don't really know shit. We think we know everything. We don't. Every 20 years stuff gets radically revised as far as what we knew. So who knows? I'm more mundane. I'm more thinking of, although those are those projected lofty thoughts and theories and speculations. Those are all great. I have those too, but I'm more kind of rooted in the mundane, like what's going on right here, right now, that I can see and touch and taste and feel, as opposed to what could be up there. Maybe that's why I don't believe in God either. It doesn't really concern me. I mean, just me though. How do you put well, Swim told me, right? This guy named Swim, he told me what you have to do, depending on the ratio. Swim says that the best ratio is the 1-to-1 ratio. So like 1 part, say 1 gram of DMT to 1 milliliter of vape juice. That's about as strong as you can get. According to Swim, if you go much higher than that, you'll have a problem with recrystallizing, and it becomes harder and it gets too thick. The vape gets really thick. And it's so yeah. Also, you want to use according to Swim, the PG oil, not the VG, you want to use the propylene glycol because it's thinner and it actually mixes in with the DMT. If you use the vegetable glycol, vegetable glycerin, whatever, it doesn't mix. And it gets really thick because that's really thick. So you want to use like either straight PG or at the most like 10% VG if you're going to use a ratio of 1-to-1. What you have to do is you heat the DMT according to Swim, and like say like a shot cup, and then it you don't heat it really hot, like kind of like on DMT melts according to Swim at a very low temp, so it like will turn into an oil. Once it starts to turn into an oil, you put in your juice and then you stir it. Like you can use the shot cup, stir it. That's one way to do it. That's the easy way to do it. According to Swim, if you really want to make them well, you need like a hot plate magnetic stirrer, because it will stir it at like several thousand RPMs and heat it. And it's very hard to get it all at that high of a ratio to get it to actually not recrystallize, unless you're really a patient. According to Swim, right? Stir that shit, stir the fuck out of that shit. And even then, it doesn't always really mix that well. So the magnetic hot plate is, according to Swim, the way to go on that. But that's it. Yeah, and then if you're going to use like say a 510 cart, a regular like an oil cart for like THC, which is pretty common. Those just because they're so universal. But if you were to use something like, you don't have to use one of those. You can use like something like this or like that, right? You can use like a more better vape with a bigger dual coil, sub-ohm coil. Give you a bigger hit, so it'll make your juice go quicker. But then you can break through in one hit, whereas a smaller carts usually takes 2 or 3 hits in a row. A big one like that, I can break through in one hit. But go figure, it sucks up like juice like 3 times as fast. That's probably why. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I hope this is just regular vape. Yeah, that's no. That is free of fun stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. What do you guys know about that I guess it's like LSD, but they add something to it to make it seem like it's stronger than it's not. I don't know. Like I forget what it's called. I tried some the other day, and I wasn't a fan of it. I didn't like. I could tell there was LSD in it. At least I think there is, but wasn't a fan of it. Kind of like had a weird, like made me kind of like the strychnine feeling, like kind of like a dirty acid. Kind of was like that, but it didn't. The visuals weren't as good, and the physical effects weren't as fun. Who would be the ideal president of the United States? That'd be me. I'd make a great fucking president, I think. But yeah, I don't know. I don't follow politics. I actually, you know what? I know a lot of people hate Trump. I thought he was kind of fucking funny. I know people are like Trump deranged, and like, rah. I don't really know anything much about his politics. I just like the fact that he was like one of the first presidents we had that like didn't give a fuck. Like, he was like, because he's not a politician, right? And he can't be bought. His advisors that tell presidents what to say, they're kind of their filters. He fired all of them, and he'd get on Twitter and talk shit. What do you call the guy in Korea, Mr. Little Rocket Man? Like that takes some balls to call like a guy who's trying to test like missiles off the coast. You call him Mr. Little Rocket Man, like fucking taunting him like and rocket like a dog's dick. That's kind of fucking hilarious, Little Rocket Man. See, and that's the kind of shit I think is fucking funny, man. That's what I would do too, but doesn't mean he was a good president. It's just a fucking funny one though. Never heard of the heart issues associated? Yeah, you know what, man? And you know what? I don't think there's enough studies, but if you do it several times a day, and it's probably not just the DMT, it's also the cigarettes, also the alcohol, also the other drugs, and the DMT. It's probably just a little much, and my age, right? So, it's just like, yeah, probably peaks your blood pressure. Here's a good thing: get a blood pressure monitor, and I'll actually do that. I have one somewhere. When I hit the cart next, I'll watch the blood pressure monitor and see what happens. Probably go, scare the shit. Have you been sick with the Corvid, man? I have, actually. That's one of the reasons why I'm still here in Washington, because I can't go back yet. Yep, I had a touch of it, and it wasn't that big of a deal, to tell you the truth. I probably would have not even noticed it. Got to work, like there wasn't the big fucking Corvid thing. I would have probably maybe taken some Dayquil and went to work. I just felt tired, felt kind of I had a slight fever, not much though, like not really like, not enough to tell. I didn't feel like I had the flu. Didn't feel like a flu. Felt like kind of like a cold. I had like a mild cough, but not very bad. Like I said, I probably would have just went to work, not even taking the medicine. Maybe some Dayquil, but wouldn't have even thought about it twice. The only thing that was different about it was I noticed that it lingered. Like the flu, the cough, and the fever went away within a few days. But the fatigue lasted like almost all the whole 10 days. Like every day I was just dragging ass, like, ugh. But I didn't feel sick, but I was just tired. That was the number one thing. But yeah. Yep. This area of Washington is kind of a hot spot. So it has a huge port. Go figure it. One of the largest Asian ports too comes through Seattle. So a lot of Asians out here. I'm not saying like Trump, China virus. No, I'm just saying that but yeah, is what it is. I really never took precautions for it. I didn't really believe the hype, and don't wear my face mask all the time. Don't do practice social distancing that often unless I have to. So basically, I do the bare minimum, just not get kicked out of a bar, right? So I figure, I'm kind of a thing is that I think people, we need a good immune system, right? You expose yourself to germs, right? You don't want to expose yourself to bad germs, but people that expose themselves and aren't germ phobics, the germ phobics and the ones that are ultra sterile are the ones that usually get sick the fastest because their immune system doesn't work out. People that, don't necessarily wash their hands all the time, might drop some fucking, bologna on the fucking floor, pick it up real fast and eat it. That's the kind of guy I am, right? Like, you drop a cigarette, maybe pull a cigarette out of an ashtray, don't even know whose it is, put my mouth and smoke it. That guy can usually, his immune system's always like kind of training. It's worked, it's ready. So that's not a bad thing. My father is a guy who works in the medical field. He's a lab tech of some sort. Anyway, he does a lot of blood work. And he's saying that like there's like record low numbers for like the standard flu, like the influenza A and B, record low numbers in like 50 years. And although Corona is still going on and keeps going up, but the regular flu that we normally get this time of year is like all-time low. Interesting, huh? Probably because of the Corona, people wearing face masks and doing social distancing and washing. All that stuff is probably what's making the real flu go down. So why is the Corona not going down? That's a good question. I don't know. Is it really that fucking much more contagious? Oh. Don't know. I'm not even gonna get into the conspiracies here. You order a sheet of 1P LSD, and it's legal. 1P. I don't know what 1P means. It's 1P. Oh, is that what you're talking about? What I was talking about? About the weird synthetic shit? Is it really legal? 1P LSD? Huh. Look at that. DMT, Infinity. Yeah, alcohol? I think alcohol has a lot of good purposes to it. In moderation, just like all drugs, right? I mean, in moderation, alcohol relaxes people, makes people happier generally, it loosens their inhibitions. It's a stress reliever. Again, in moderation, right? Not a bottle of wine a day, which could have the opposite effect, but a glass or two of wine a day, I think is good. And they also say it's good for your heart. If we're talking about wine, just alcohol in general, yeah, I think um, it always put me in a better mood until I became an alcoholic. Then I had to drink to not be in a bad mood, and that's when you run into trouble. But yeah, in moderation, I think alcohol's a good thing. They put it in cough medicine for a reason. A lot of medicines have alcohol. I don't know why. I think it's because it makes the other medicine act faster or absorb faster, something like that. And it does something to do with the absorption because obviously it doesn't really cure you. But don't know. I like it because I don't know. I always liked alcohol like that. That was like my go-to drug. Always has been like 4-ACO DMT. That's good stuff. I can't find that, man. I want to buy some. Ask my buddy Swim. I need to get Swim to trade somebody for some 4-ACO. I did that once. I had some weird experience on 4-ACO. It reminded me of shrooms. It's like shrooms, but you could snort it up your nose. That was kind of cool. So it was like, unlike shrooms, you gotta wait like an hour. It was like, or whatever for it to kick in, half an hour at least. This is like, a little bump off the end of a key. It's like, just a little bump, like little cocaine bump. Small one, like the LA style cocaine bump. Cheap bastards. And yeah, it was like, you'd be like high, like within minutes. Like, brr. It was awesome because I've never gotten up that fast on like, it felt like shrooms to me, but I had a very dark trip on that. But I had been doing it like once every couple hours for like 4 days, and I overdid it. But it wasn't a bad trip, but it was a dark trip, we'll call it that. So yeah, I'm trying to read on the comments here. Sheets of synthetic acid, phenobut. Geez. I don't phenobut. Is that what I was taking at that one time? That weird powder shit that like made you like fucking. Yeah, that was no. I haven't taken that. I got way carried away with that. It was just way too easy to keep dipping my toothpick in that thing. If that's what we're talking about, I'm pretty sure that's what we're talking about. I would. I just don't have any. I don't know what I do with it. I think I got wise and I threw it away. Gave somebody. Can you microdose that 1P LSD? Is it actually even LSD? Phenobut is trash. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I'm reading here. Yeah. Look up how to dissolve LSD in distilled water, so you can drop dose. That's how I microdosed. So instead of cutting these little fucking pieces of paper, I just like, put a 10 strip in some fucking water, let it sit in there, shake it up, let it dissolve, and I would just do it drop by drop. Seemed to be a more accurate way, I guess. Don't know anything about blue lotuses, man. I've smoked some DMT that's infused on a lotus flower. That was kind of cool. See, wow, I am totally missing all these comments. Holy shit, I am slow. I talk too much. Oh, am I going the wrong way? No, man. Okay. Prescription pills? Oh man, I like Xanax. I'm a benzo fan, so all three of them will probably be in the benzo family. Yeah, Xanax, Klonopin, Ralazepam, those benzos. I'm not a big pain pill guy. I'm kind of a Percocets, anything with set, anything that's like an opiate base, like set, Darvocet, Percocet, that type of shit. Heroin makes me fucking itchy. I'm like, I mean, that's kind of normal to some extent, but it can be bad. Like Oxycontin, holy shit. I snorted some Oxycontin once. Never do it again. I had itched so bad for like 3 hours. It was almost unbearable. It was like nothing would stop it. It was so bad. So I'm a big fan, and they kind of make me a little nauseous. Just my body doesn't dig the opiates that much. But the benzos, oh yeah, I've had many drunken nights. Drinking and doing benzos is a bad combination, man. I've had some blackouts. Blackout, like, and you don't think you're blacked out because you haven't had that much to drink. You can black out. You take say 1 milligram of Xanax, and you have 6 beers. 6 beers isn't even close to make you black out drunk, but with that Xanax, it can. And I've had some and not blackout where like, when you drink too much or the night's a little spotty, a little fuzzy, like blackout where it's like I didn't know what I did for like half the night. I'm just like, oh fuck, you go into the bar, and people are like, you remember doing that? Like, no. You could tell me anything, and I wouldn't remember. I have to agree with you, but yeah. But Xanax, I don't know. I like Xanax. Which one? Uppers? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Valium's good. Yeah, Valium's good. Yeah, I don't. Prescription pills is like for the uppers, like Ativan, right? Is that Ativan? Adderall? No, Adderall. Ativan. What? Adderall. That's a. I don't know. Like people like that's walking red, and it's like once you've done like meth, Adderall to me is like, I'm like really, really, really. That's all because it's like it's so mild compared to methamphetamine that it's But someone is like, no, it ain't. You just didn't take enough, and it's like, how many you gotta fucking take? I don't know. And do you eat them or snort them? I snorted them, and my nose is fucking blue because of blue pills. Probably why they fucking make them blue, right? Because then you have blue fucking boogers for like a week. It fucking sucks. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, methamphetamine did get me off the booze. So did psychedelics, though. They both work. Between the two, which is more? It's hard to say which is more. Actually, they're both. It's hard to say which is more effective. I don't have to say the amphetamine was. Nah, that's not true. I think it was yeah, it's hard for me, but they're both fucking great though. That's what's weird about the you don't hear about that. You don't hear of amphetamines using to treat alcoholism. Like to treat alcoholism, like I mean I've taken I've been prescribed like the pills that you go to the doctor, the prescription pills that the doctor will give you to help you quit drinking. It'll allegedly reduce your urge to drink. And I'm not talking about antabuse, not that. But other stuff that allegedly is supposed to block some sort of receptors so that you don't have when you drink you don't get the same feeling. And it's true, those work, but they work in a different way. They work by when you drink. It's like a baby antabuse. Instead of getting ill, like and getting sick, you drink. It makes your stomach feel weird. Like if you were to continue to drink, it'd make you feel. Then you might think you might puke. Like you won't be able to drink more than like 2 or 3 drinks. I don't like those because it didn't take away the urge to drink. It took the ability to drink away. That's what it did, and that's a big difference there. Whereas the amphetamine and the hallucinogens, LSD and the mushrooms, they actually took away the desire to drink, which is a huge difference, right? I mean, that's night and day. I mean, so yeah, I mean, it's weird you don't hear about that. You don't hear about the positive effects on methamphetamine, or I say meth, it should just be called amphetamine, right? Because meth is just a condensed form of some type of amphetamine, or not a chemist, but something like that. Yeah, I mean, they don't talk about that, But no, nothing's worked, and you've tried it. You've tried AA, you've tried other prescription pills, you've tried this type of treatment, and nothing still seems to work. And then somebody says, hey, try this. And if you have nothing to lose at that point, right? Because you're pretty much going to drink yourself to death, and try it, right? But obviously there's long-term effects of doing methamphetamine, but that's why you can use it to kind of coattail yourself off or microdose on it, which is what I ended up doing for quite a while, because it was easy to eat a little bit, just like acid, a little bit, and it was just enough to not get high, but to like keep it in your system long enough to not make you want to drink. Yep. On that note, guys, I'm gonna head on out. Let's see, Valiant. Let's see. Just parked walk, bleeding. I'm buzzing like a bumblebee. Nice. Buzz. Yep. Oh, you know what, man? Who's about the link? Oh, okay. I'm reading it up later. Yeah, I deleted that video. I might have put it on private. I don't remember. I was getting a lot of flack for it, man. And I was just like, and like, I don't know. I was like, I think I might have got a warning strike on YouTube for something that was drug related, and I was like, better hide that one. And I don't think I ever put it back. I should make it again though. I should make it again and go into more detail about it. You got Librium from the phenoboat withdrawals. Librium, what does that mean? I don't know what Librium is. Is that like dementia? Like, not sure. I got that on alcohol, man. I had two or three seizures, crashed 2 cars. And it wasn't because I was drunk, it was because I was sober. Like my second or third day, on the wagon, I was like, bam, crash, seizure. I didn't even know what it was. So I'd never had a seizure before. It's like, driving. Next thing you know, wake up around telephone poles. Like, how'd that happen? That something happened. Oh, it is. Oh, they give you Librium for the Phenobut withdrawals. Librium. Okay, great. That's what you're saying. It's a pill. That's right. I think they give me Valium when I went to the hospital for detoxing. Yeah, when I had the shakes really bad and shit. Yeah, they give me Valium, which is probably something similar to that. Yeah. Alcohol. Phenobut. I guess I know you had to detox off of that, but alcohol is pretty bad, man. That's the worst detox I've ever had to do. Like, I thought that was when I was younger into cocaine and amphetamines more. I thought the detox on that was kind of bad, but that's not even close. Not even the same ballpark. That's more of a psychological detox. That's like quitting smoking cigarettes for like that feeling for like a couple days when you detox from like amphetamines or cocaine. Sucks. If you're a smoker, you'll know, right? It sucks, right? But it's not terrible. Alcohol is terrible. Man, I was hallucinating, hearing voices. Balance is all fucked up. Fucking couldn't sleep. Night sweats. Cold, hot, cold, hot. The hearing voices was interesting, man. I'll tell you that. I mean, it's one thing to see things, to visually hallucinate. The audio hallucinations, though, those fuck with me, man. I didn't like those. Like, I like the visual hallucinations. Those are cool, right? The audio ones, because it was always like a whisper that you could not quite pinpoint, right? It was always like, pss, 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 pss. But you can make them talk to you. You could ask them questions and they would answer you. Pss, pss, pss. So you could tell they're in your head. But I got sick and tired of them. They never told me anything I wanted to hear. They told me to go out and get another fucking drink. That's what they did. All right, guys. I'll see you later, man. I'm gonna bounce out of here. Thanks for showing up. I'll see you later.